Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the PPL. We're starting the league format. We're starting with week 1 of the PPL. What I'm going to do this week before starting is actually put the team preview and the battle on the same video, because I hadn't got time this weekend. This is not how it's supposed to be. Like, I should have different videos and all. But you know, I was very busy these last days of vacations. I was doing a bunch of just going out and just enjoying life now that I can. And basically, yeah. That is why it's in the same video. But anyways, I have a team prepared because this week we battled the Baltimore Braviarys. Alright, so basically he's got I mean, it's a pretty even matchup, you know, with that team. It's pretty matchup wise, it's pretty even, because he has some threads that actually hurts my team a lot, but I do also have some threads that hurts his team a lot. So basically I kind of you know, I'm feeling decently well. Well, not well enough, but it's just an even match. That's what I wanted to say. So here we have the preparations of the team. The first one I decided to bring is bulky max special attack modest God of War with hyper voice, psychic, HP fire, and taunt. The explanation for this set is quite easy. He does have a very passive team. With my base speed, I can outspeed most of his walls, even if they are speed invested anyway. So I thought there was no point in bringing speed whatsoever on this set. I'd rather have bulk. With that, I can take a sludge bomb from Among Us and then kill it back with psychic, because psychic actually OHKOs Among Us. I can take hits from Mega Man Electric decently well with that special, the base special bulk. I can deal with the Reuniclus. So Umbreon, of course, can't even damage me. I will destroy him with Hyper Voice before, and he basically has no good switches for it. Even Assault vs Rumorol like does like 50% or something like that after cogs. So basically, and then I have HP Fire just in case he brings Special Defensive Fortress, which I'm really expecting him to bring. And I can break the sturdy with Hyper Voice if he dares to switch it in, and then OHKO it back with HP Fire. And then I have Taunt to deal with Reuniclus just in case he brings the special defensive set, trying to stop this with Calm Mind. So I can taunt the Reuniclus and then eat up a Shadow Ball if he has it, because as I said, very good special bulk. And I don't think he will be bringing especially offensive Reuniclus at all this week. I think it will be more of a defensive set or special defensive set. So I can do like 60-something% with Hyper Voice, you know, taunted, so he's not able to set up Calm Minds and recovers. So basically this is designed to destroy all his walls. So that's what it does. It's as simple as that. The point of this is to break the walls and not deal with the offensive threats. Basically, it does well against all of his walls. Basically, that's the point of this. So the only thing that could stop this, as I said, is it is the special defensive fortress or Reuniclus. That's why taunt and HP fire. I think it's pretty clear. So we got the roll from Weeaboo here. It always has to be a male. Even though you think it's a waifu, it's actually a male. I'm sorry, dude. But basically, then I brought Starmie. Now, this is a very fast Starmie, and there's a reason for that. We'll see how it goes into the battle when that time comes. But I think this is the set that works better. As you've seen, I've been bringing Psychic instead of Psyshock against his team, and that's because I have no reason to bring physical Psychic attacks, because most of his stuff are more physically defensive inclined anyways. Among Us is normally physically defensive, and he has to bring it if he wants to stop this or this in some sort of way. So I have these as max speed for a reason, and the reason is that I want to OHKO Infernape and outspeed it if he's not Choice Scarf, which, you know, that we will know during the battle. So it's a way to kill Infernape. I'm heavily prepared for Infernape for a reason. As you see, most of my team, it does damage. Infernape does damage to me, like a lot of damage to me. And so that's why I have to be heavily prepared for that, because priority, fighting types, fire types, it just does well against most of his teams. Like, I can't switch on both attacks. I have to basically prepare for it. I could have bring Golbat, but I don't know, I was just, even a Flare Blade would have done a lot of damage if that was Life Orb or like Bandit or something like that. So I don't know, I feel better going with the offensive route this time, just outspeeding it and just fucking killing it with Psychic. This also does good damage with Scald, because he can't have a safe switch into a Azumarill on Scald. Like, he could try, but he's risking the burn, and I don't think Kali would do that. And the only thing that could actually stop me is Reuniclus, which I already said I have Weeaboo for that, or an other mons like Snorlax in this team to deal with. So yeah, I think this is a pretty nice set. I have Recover, because this is a sort of kind of switch to Azumarill if he doesn't have knockoff, even though I don't have bulk. I can take Ice Punches, Waterfalls decently well, Superpowers, because I think he will definitely bring in Superpower for Snorlax, because it's actually a threat against his team. I will explain that. And then yeah, just Rapid Spin just in case he decides to bring Fortress with a lot of hazards. That's what I'm predicting. I'm predicting really Fortress. Well, on the end of the video, well, on the end of this part of the segment, I would say what I'm predicting him to bring, and we'll jump into the battle and see how it went, basically. Dave, would you have heavily invested in special defense? He put down with Rindo Berry, Earthquake, Fire Fang, Slack Off, and Stealth Rocks. This is the Stealth Rocker of the team. You know, this is Earthquake, of course, because Hippo is what it does. Would you have Fire Fang on this? Because I am very scared of Fortress setting up on me or toxicking me for free. And Fire Fang does like 40-something% as I calced. So he can't recover on me because Fortress doesn't have reliable recovery. And slowly I could be killing him with Fire Fang easily. So I do have the Sandstream because it's very important on this matchup to break potential sashes on Infernape. It does, that's basically it. And it wears down the Mega Man Electric too, because this is actually very well prepared to take on the Mega Man Electric. I can switch on electric attacks and take like 35% from HP Ices, so I'm very happy with this. I can just lack off that away immediately. And then we do have a way to kill Infernape for sure. The 40 EV is an attack, it is actually to do more damage to Fortress, because a Earthquake actually OHKOs Infernape any variant except Sash, of course, but we do have the Sand anyways. So the plan with this Infernape, Hippowdon is to stop Infernape, as I just said, and it's to, if he's packing the Grass Knot, which I know he is, because this thing eats up Flare Breaches, Fire Blast, Close Combats, and basically everything. Because I'm sure he's going to bring Grass Knot on Infernape, I'm sure. We can take those, eat up a Grass Knot, even if it's Life Orb, max special attack. Thanks to all these investment plus Rindo Berry, he should do like 35% and OHKO back with Earthquake, and then just kill the Infernape directly. As I said, Infernape is still a threat. If this plan falls, I do still have another check for Infernape, and also a check for Azumarill if he's packing the Superpower, which I am predicting him to bring. The man here is Snorlax. We are heavily invested in attack and special defense. This works like a sort of switch into my Electric if he decides to bring that. We do have Body Slam. Paralyzation is always good. I think it's better than Return because, you know, having that paralyze mon against his team, it's just fantastic. What can I say? So yeah, Body Slam, Curse Less, it's a rest talk set. If you have a look at his team, if I can set up a curse and start resting up and curse, we can take a close combat from Monkey. We can take a superpower from what's called the Azumarill, and if he has Monkey, I can Oko it back with Body Slam. But if he has Azumarill, I can start setting up on that, and then with Lip Talks, I can actually destroy his whole team, like, directly. Because once the Chople Berry activates, the attack on Azumarill goes down, and my defense goes up, so I can't take hits with that massive HP I have. Maybe a little bit of defense would have been better, but then it wouldn't have been such a reliable switch into Amoonguss, or I couldn't set up on Amoonguss. I couldn't set up on Manectric either. So that's why I pretty much brought this set. And plus I can buff my defense with Curse and be extra bulky if I can get some Curse up. So yeah, don't think I needed too much speed, because I think I already outspeed most of his stuff. I'm not sure, actually. I don't know. Well, he may have speed investment, so I guess I should have changed that. But you know, I have to keep learning these things anyways. So yeah, we're heavily prepared for Infernape, heavily prepared for Azumarill. I'm pretty sure we can do some stuff. Then we do have the surprise of the team. I'm pretty sure he will not be expecting these, but the point of this, it's a very interesting set, as you can see. 248 in HP, 200 in attack, and then 60 in defense. Alright, so the point on this is to be able to set up a most of his low mons. I don't outspeed Flygon if he decides to bring it, because if he brings that, he's going to be a Scarf Flygon, because it actually does decently well against my team. So it's a bulky SD sub-Cobalion. Now, this thing has potential. This thing has a lot of potential, because these can set up perfectly in a Alomomola. It can set up perfectly on what's called Fortress, that's for sure. Unless it has Earthquake, but with this investment, I'm pretty fucking sure it wouldn't be hurting me too much at all. I can take a Psyshock from uninvested Reuniclus and set up a SD, and then 2-hit KO back, or almost 2-hit KO with Iron Head. So I have setup opportunities. I can set up on Meal Tank, I can set up on Umbreon, and if he doesn't have HP Fire on Amoonguss, I can do that too. So yeah, that is the trick I wanted to bring this week. I'm thinking that this thing can do well against his team if he decides to bring a very passive team. And last but not least, we do have a Choice Scarf Rotom-mo with this time, 2 electric attacks, an HP Ice plus Trick. I don't have Grass Step, I don't think I need it against his team at all. Has Fortress, Azumarill takes a lot of damage from D-Bolt, Infernape resists, Reuniclus, I don't want to lower my special attack on that, because he can start, is a setup opportunity for him. Alomomola, of course, T-Bolt will fucking wreck that thing. Umbreon is the only thing stopping this, but I can Volt Switch around, so I don't need Grass at all. Miltank has the potential to have Sap Seeper, so I don't really want to give him that opportunity. And if I want to hit Flygon, that's why I put HPIs in there. So yeah, it's Scarf. It outspeeds Mega Manectric. On the turn he Mega Evolves, so if he wants to switch that in on a Volt Switch, gets the special attack boost. I can just Volt Switch anyways on the next turn, and then bring Snorlax to sponge the Volt Switch even at +1. So I think I have this pretty much thought about. Now do we have to wait what he actually brought on his team? The basic threats he could bring. I really do have a problem if he decides to bring a like momentum super fast Voltron team, because he has the potential to do that. I know he's very comfortable with bulky mons anyways, but he has the potential to do that. I don't know. U-turn, Voltron, it's actually very scary for me. I can take hits with my walls though, but it's still kind of scary. And I'm just hoping my berries would have some effect on the game. Alright, so now, before starting the battle, I want to make sure to predict what he's going to bring. Right? So I think he's going to be bringing Infernape, Azumarill, Fortress, Amoonguss, Reuniclus, and then Mega Man Electric. Right? That is the set I'm that is the team I'm predicting him to bring. So now we should be jumping into the battle and see what he decided to bring. So I'll be right back. It's going to be just a second for you babies. So yeah, wait a second. Alright, so here it is, the battle against Under the Radar, aka Kelly. Before starting the battle, if you skip the team analysis, you know, I want to give huge shoutouts to Kelly himself, because he recorded the battle, and of course Ezekiel for all the art. Ezekiel, he's just fantastic friend and an artist, and I think you should check him out, his Twitter, and see his work by yourself. And also, I almost forgot, shoutouts to Juancito Marvel. He jammed all the mons for me, because I'm very busy and I can't, I don't know shit about breeding Pokemon. So, shoutouts done, very cool, very fun. It's very nice to be able to work with people like that. But he actually didn't bring Mega Man Electric. He brought a pretty similar team as I expected. The only differences is Mega Man Electric and Fortress. So that's a shame, because it kind of hinders my Hippo utility. I was very sure he would bring Fortress, but he didn't. So, and it's actually different for, it's a little hard for Cobalion to set up, because I can't reach on Skulls and such, thanks to Alomomola instead of Fortress. And he actually brought Flygon, which I think I should have expected it, honestly. It does well against my team. I thought he wouldn't, because I do have Golbat that can take hits for days if it's defensive. Mega Gardevoir, I don't know. But he decides to bring that, so that's fair enough. For him, it actually hurts my team a lot. So, I don't know. Maybe I should have expected that a little bit better. And then the rest of team is, of course, what I planned. With Azumarill, Reuniclus, Amoonguss, that I always have a lot of problems. And of course, Infernape. Infernape is actually quite spooky for my team, as I said before on the team analysis. So the team I brought is what you've just seen. Hippo, Mega Gardevoir, Cobalion, Stormy, Snorlax, and Rotom. So let me say before starting, this was a very clutch game, very close game, more than the result will show. You will see. And it has some important points of the game that I want to clear out when we arrive on that moment, of course. But yeah, enough of team preview. I think we can just start the battle. He's issuing a challenge, of course, as always. I decided to just lead with Hippo, and he decides to lead with the Alomomola, which is interesting. Let me pause it on the first turn right here. Let me have all the things activated. I will be pausing it quite a bit, not too much, but I was not keen on taking a Scald, basically. That's why I switched, and not Aura Toxic. I was expecting something like that. So my idea is just to go into this, sponge up a Toxic, since I do have Natural Cure, but he reveals Magic Code, so he doesn't have a way to set up rocks. That tells me that his monkey will not have Magic Code, rocks, because he does have Magic Rock on these, so he expects me to set up the rocks for him, and I'm not going to do that. So now, I'm just going to stay in here, trying to fish for a burn on this. It's actually very nice if I can get that. Just in case he switches into Azumarill, I can get the burn that's on that too, get a crit, which whatever. And he goes for knockoff and does fucking 50%, so this thing has attack investment. What I was not sure though if he had Scald for burns anyway, so that's why I didn't bring Cobalion now. I should have, but I didn't. I take this opportunity to recover anyways, because I'm knocked off. And, you know, it's a good opportunity to recover. But he does bring this Flygon, and he can just use it on me. So now I'm starting to get nervous about what I said. The Volter and Course are actually quite scary for me. So I'm going to bring Hippo, take the U-turn. Maybe Rocky Helmet would have helped me, but I really like Rindo Berry, and you will see if it does what it has to. Hopefully it will not be a waste. Now he can just bring another time these fish, and I'm starting to get tired of this. Honestly, I'm out. He revealed the magic code. I still don't know if it has Scald or like it's, you know, to get burns and such. So I'm gonna just go into my Weeaboo here and, you know, be ready to just Mega Evolve and do damage, because he went for magic code again, which is nice. So I'm just going to Mega Evolve. I was not sure he had Mirror Coat or not. He had not played as he has it at all. Before I'm going to go for the taunt. If he has it, he's going to go for it right now, and he goes for a waterfall. So this thing is fully physical, I guess. And this is what I think I made a mistake. I think it would have been very helpful now for me to switch to Cobalion, because I'm heavily invested in you know, defense. So he couldn't break my subs with waterfall at all. And I could have gotten a Swords Dance to start lowering down his Amoonguss. But instead, I go for Hyper Voice and I start doing damage into this. Now, he does have Mirror Coat, as he told me after, but he was very scared of me popping up a sub and start going for Calm Minds, which is very fair. I mean, on League format, you don't really know what he's bringing, so basically, you have to be careful with what you do instead of going for Mirror Coat, because Mirror Coat is a good move, but you have to be careful when to use it. So basically, I killed the fish with 2 Hyper Voices, which is nice. Now, I'm going to switch out of here, and I'm gonna go into Rotom. It's definitely a decent switch into this, and we'll scout. I will scout, because I was expecting Aqua Jet, and it does nothing to Rotom. And I'm just going to go for a Volt Switch. I thought it was very obvious, so that's why I went for it, but he decides to make the obvious play. I should have went for HPIs, but it was too risky at that point of the game. And I don't have Will-O-Wisp on this. So now I have to go out and take the U-turn with Hippo. It's just this Flygon is starting to be a nonsense for me. Honestly, I wish I had the... I don't know. I wish I had something to hit it with Hippo. That's basically it. So now he U-turns on me, gets the momentum, and he brings... this Infernape. So now I'm like, wow, he brought Infernape in. That means he has Grass Knot. That means he's not expecting the Rindo Berry, which is great. I can utilize this as it was planned for, because he goes into this, he gets the Sash broken if he has it with the Sand, goes for the Grass Knot, and look at that. Life Orb Grass Knot does 30-something%, which means after Life Orb and Sand, he's not Sash, and I can just come him back with the Earthquake and say goodbye to Infernape. So we did get rid of Infernape, which was fantastic. Now Snorlax is looking mighty fine to sweep his team late game. Now of course he brings this. I brought Rotom Wash. I do have another switch for Azumarill, as in what's called Starmie, who can take an Ice Punch. He actually expected Rotom, so that's why I went into this, and also just in case he was packing the superpower. Starmie was a decent switch. I am not bulky, but I'm taking the hits decently well. What I'm going to decide to do now is go for another Scald, trying to catch the Amoonguss and trying to burn it, but he does bring the Reuniclus. First appearance of Reuniclus, we do get the burn, which doesn't matter because he reveals to be the magic god set, which is kind of annoying to me. Sorry about the coughing, it wouldn't be a video of mine without the coughing though. So yeah, we go into this. I do have a lot of SPDEF, but he does pull a double switch, which was a pretty good play on his part, and brings the Azumarill. So he decides to bring a double switch. I'm pretty sure he was expecting my Snorlax. That can only mean that he has superpower and doesn't have knockoff. So this time I was expecting superpower. I don't want my berry to be popped. It's not the moment, and I can go into this expecting the superpower, but he just goes for a waterfall. Now he's doing quite a bit of damage, but I'm not a bulky set, so I was not sure if he was banded or not. I can just recover anyways. It turns out that he was not, but it was a roll to go for the Aqua Jet. I had no reason to not go for recover, since he showed me almost his whole moveset except the last slot, but I was not expecting him to have knockoff and superpower. So now you know, I think he would be Scarf, right? I mean Scarf, Bandit. So I'm just going to this, take a little bit of more damage, but you know, we take that decently well, and I can go for another Volt Switch. I'm pretty sure he's not going to bring Flygon again. That'd be ridiculous. And he decides to bring this, because it counts as a switch in 2. So now it's perfect, because I get initiative, and I can bring Mega Gardevoir and start doing crazy damage to his team. I don't have Psyshock, and Psyshock has a chance to not kill this. So Psychic will actually OHKO this mushroom right here. And I'll just go for it. And he has the fucking Psychic Berry. I should have scouted for that, but I seeing that he doesn't have the Black Sludge, and he can take the Psychic and actually kill my Weeaboo. Now, it is very sad to say this, but I lost one of the important win conditions on my team, which is Gardevoir. It actually did a lot of damage. He can't switch his Flygon in, he can't switch his Reuniclus in. I can beat the Reuniclus one-on-one basically. Well, not at that amount of HP. And that's the problem. Thanks to Alomomola, fucking Weeaboo took too much damage. And actually now, I am not at max HP, which I should have been. And you know, I get that killed because the berry. If I was on max HP, I could have lived a Sludge Bomb, because I know he was max special attack. I've seen his team builder. I could have taken the heat. So my first mistake was to take damage on this. And if I wanted to deal with Reuniclus later, the same. I took damage on this. So I lose this. Very good prep on his part. Having the berry. I'm going to bring this. He has to switch out to get Regenerator, and this is a good opportunity to go for a substitute. Now he doesn't go for the HP Fire right here, because I was thinking he would not have it. So I'm going to just pop a sub and, you know, doing some damage to this what's called Flygon, which can break this up of course with Earthquake. Here I should have went for close combat. Tell me I went for that. Don't tell me I'm stupid. I go for close combat. Nice. So I do damage, and he's actually has some HP investment for sure, because he took that decently well. That means I have to switch out. I'm not max special attack, physical attack anyways. So, you know, he's looking fine. Now my switch into Rotom was very predictable right here. That's why he goes into this to get more Regenerator off. But I couldn't stay in. I need this to win. It's a potential win condition if I have the chance. So instead of Volt switching right now, I just decide to switch, because Flygon could come in and start Volt turning again. And I'll bring this, expecting the Spore. Or his attack, any attack. So now, here comes the interesting part of the battle, because now I can't control the Sleep Talks. And it's going to play a role later, and you will see. Now he brings this. That definitely tells me he has superpower. I was scouting for it, that's why I make the double switch, and I'm just going to bring my thing. Athos right here, which can start doing damage to this Azumarill and taking waterfalls and even play roughs decently well. So that's basically the plan. Maybe I can get a cheeky flinch at some point, but I do not. That thing has some HP investment for sure. But anyways, as you can see, waterfall doesn't do too much. So if I'm feeling lucky, I can start going up for Swords Dances. What I'm going to decide to do is actually go into my brother here, Superstar, as he pulls a double switch. I was definitely expecting Among Us to come in, but he makes a good play, brings in this, and I was like, god damn, I tried to catch Among Us on the switch, and I want to start and go for Psychics and get my Snorlax on the free switch. I'll take this opportunity to go for Recover, since he hasn't shown Shadow Ball yet, but he does have it, of course, because I do have 2 Psychic types. And that does a good amount of damage. Not enough though, that means he's not special attack invested, or at least not too much, but I can't really stay in right now. I have to get the fuck out of here. Switch into my mom, my average mom. And I can start setting up. As you can see, I can take the Psychics decently well with that Death investment I have. And in the end, we can get the first Sleep Talk. We started rolling the dice. If I can get a curse now, this thing is looking mighty fine. He brings us a Emerald once again. And guess what? I guess I got the curse. Now, I am not in rest turn counts. I am in sports spore count, sleep count. So I'm pretty sure I can definitely take superpower. But the thing is that, well, let me put it in a better moment. I don't know when I will wake up. So now it is a game of luck. Do I wake up this turn and I go for rest? Or do I go for another sleep talk and try to get the body slam and destroy this Azumarill? Because I have max attack and plus attack nature too. I'm adamant. So you know, it's just roll the dice, see what happens. Seeing my history with my luck, I decided to think that, you know, I never wake up on the second turn. I may as well just try to sleep talk again and try to get another curse or a body slam or something, and then try to rest. Things turn out like, as you can see, I have the berry, you know, as I prepared. Everything is happening as I planned. I do get low enough, which is pretty cool, but I fucking wake up right now. I go for sleep talk thinking I wouldn't have it. So if I went for rest, it would have been almost GG. Now he still eats a roll, so I can get for rest now, but he gets the higher roll anyways, which was a pretty high roll, pretty easily obtainable high roll anyways, and he can kill me. And after I die, I felt like it was over, because now I tried to make Volt plays right here. He was locked in Super Power, I could have taken one. I have to go for Swords Dance on his switch, in his face, trying to make the ballsy predictions, trying to bring this back. He hasn't revealed HP Fire, so I may as well get up a sub. And I do have a lot of investment, so if he's not invested, which I already know he is, I could get up a sub right here. And maybe take the HP Fire. But he is invested, he does carry the HP Fire. And he's going to break my subs. Now, I don't think I've made the best plays here. I should have started attacking or setting up a little bit more to do as much damage as I can. But I started going for sub again. I don't know, just in case he was not invested and it was a high roll, or just predicting a spore, just thinking that I would Swords Dance or switch out. I don't know why he would do that, but I was not thinking too clear. I was very sad of Snorlax dying at that point. I was not playing that well. I think now I started going for damage with Iron Head, and he can take those. So I definitely should have went for more, trying to fish for some flinches and some damages. Now, with HP Fire, he can just fucking kill me. And down goes Athos. So it's very sad to see you go, bro. Very, very sad. I'm gonna bring this. At this point, the game is over because I can't break his score. He decides to stay in, being safe with this and letting me kill that, which is very nice. He could have just switched out and win with the Mungers at this point. But it's fine, because now he can bring this. And he can lock himself into Outrage. And thank God, I got a roll on a Hippo, one that I'm bringing right now. And I got a good roll. He could have the chance to kill me, but Flygon's pretty weak, so I had a chance to live. And indeed, after this Outrage, I do live. with a fantastic amount of 2. 2 fucking HP, which is ridiculous. I get this lack off. But honestly, at this point, I can try to fight for differential, I guess. I'm gonna expect Braviarys to come in here, or Bunny, Azumarill, and I'm gonna pull a double switch to this, which worked. And now my prayings are to him just trying to go for Calm Mind. I may have a chance if that happened. If he kills me, it's over. It's basically over. So I tried to go for the trick, getting him the Scarf, locking himself into Calm Mind. Maybe he goes for that. That's my only chance I have to have a chance. But he just makes the good play, goes for the Psychic, and gets rid of my little Rotom right here. And now all hope is lost, ladies and gentlemen. I tried so hard, and I could have started slack-offing like a douchebag right here, but honestly, I didn't think there was any point in doing that, even for differential, because he could just switch into Azumarill one of these lack-off and fucking kill me anyways, because Earthquake would have not killed the Azumarill anyways. So at least I didn't give a kill to Azumarill, I guess, and I died to another Psychic. There was no point of making this battle like super fucking long. So yeah, this is the battle. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. It's a very sad start for me. It was still a decent battle. It was a 3-0 on his favor. I think if the battle does, like, the results didn't show the closeness of the battle, because it came down to my luck with Snorlax. Of course, if I had got a wrong Sleep Talk, I would have died anyways too, but I could have gotten another Curse, or on a Body Slam, fucking destroyed Azumarill, so I could have taken it back with Hippo at the end. So, you know, it would have changed a lot of things, basically. But, you know, happy for your victory, under the radar, Kelly. It was a good battle. I really enjoyed that battle. And we gotta be ready for the next battle, because we face Onji Bayonet. It's very hard to pronounce Onji and try to read it correctly because I'm dyslexic as fuck. But for some reason, Onji is very hard for me. But yeah, he's got a pretty spooky squad, so you have to prepare for that too. And yeah, shout out to everything that helped to making this video, as in art, recording, or genning. And we'll try to pop up next week for a win. So yeah, that's just it. Have a nice day, ladies and gentlemen. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.